Oh, that's better. Thanks. Hello, and as always, I would like to welcome you to the Laramy-K Optician Works Training Center. Last week, we covered 7 of the 8 refractive errors of the human eye, and as promised, today we're going to wrap it up with number 8, presbyopia. Last time that we got together, we talked about 7 of the 8 refractive errors of the human eye. And I said that I don't really like calling presbyopia a refractive error. I think it's more of a refractive condition, which most of us end up having if we live long enough. And I'll talk about that in just a minute after we get through this section. Same eye, same cornea, same retina, same fovea, same macula. From there, things get a little bit different than those other 7 that we talked about last time. This is about a lens, the crystalline lens, that's inside the eye. And because it's inside the eye, it's really none of our business. There's nothing we can do about it. We need to know the why of what's happening so that we can figure out the how we can overcome it with lenses. That's our job. We're opticians, not docs. When that crystalline lens, which is a biconvex shape, it's a plus lens, plus shape in very simple terms. When we are looking out in the distance here, we're looking at our big A out past 20 feet. The lens is relaxed. It's as flat as it can be. As our object moves from distance to near, it passes our 20-foot mark roughly. As the object gets closer and closer to us, this crystalline lens changes either the zonules or the ciliary muscles, and it allows the lens to change its shape. It becomes more biconvex, more plus, and it allows us to see that object as it comes in clearly. And kind of an important note, something kind of fascinating that's happening here in our brain, is that the object doesn't become larger. I mean, we think of a magnifying glass, we think of making something larger, but it doesn't. It actually just stays clear as it comes in, which is kind of cool. Or at least I think it's kind of cool. Oddly enough, the ciliary muscles contract, release the pressure off the zonules, and that's what allows this lens to increase in size. So that's the why. How we fix it, obviously we'll get into that in other videos, but we use our common ordinary prescriptions for our other 7 refractive errors combined with an add power. We give back some of that plus that's lost when this can no longer do what it's supposed to. Let's talk about that for a few minutes. Let me talk just briefly a little bit more about the why behind this, what is happening to this poor crystalline lens inside our body. Well, there are a couple of things happening in very simple terms. One is cells die off. Cells die in the body. You know, skin cells, and those flake off, they go away, they get vacuumed up. They have a place they can go when they die. The crystalline lens is a capsule. It's enclosed. It's inside the vitreous humor, inside the eye, inside the body, inside the skull. The cells, as they die off inside the crystalline lens over time as we age, they have no place to go. They're trapped in there. They start taking up space. They're no longer young and soft and able to move. They start making that lens stiff. It can't change shape anymore. The muscles, just like the muscles in our body as we age and we're creeping along and sore and we can't move like we used to, same for these, the zonules and the ciliary muscles. They get old, they get tired. Instead of reacting in milliseconds, they react in seconds. Can't make that nice change rapidly. Don't allow it to expand and contract like it used to. Related to this is cataracts, not direct relationship, but over time, this, because of the dead cells and reaction possibly to UV light over our age and time, it becomes cloudy. And as that becomes cloudy, that's when you'd have what's called cataracts. And of course, light can't pass through the cloudy lens and hit the retina nice and clean and sharp. So they end up taking this out and replacing it. But again, that's kind of something a little bit different, but it's kind of sort of related to presbyopia. And you understand why when this changes, if they change the power here, that our job out here changes as well. That is a little bit of an overview of the refractive condition of presbyopia. We have covered the other 7 in last week's video. And of course, soon we will be going on to how we use lenses, our job, what opticians do, design lenses to overcome those 8 refractive errors. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you also watch the video on the other 7 refractive errors of the human eye, because soon we'll be tying lens design to the correction of those errors. Please hit the like button and please leave me a comment. Yeah, that went real well.